Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another amazing episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. I'm your host, that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. Four continents down, two more to go. No cap, straight facts. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. But it's not about me. See, we have another special event tonight. Actually, it's a part two of a special event, and we're talking about WrestleMania 42, aka WrestleMania Vegas. Last night was crazy. We're gonna get into that, but we're also gonna talk about night two as well. We're gonna go over the card, give our predictions, and all that great stuff. But before we go further, everybody, welcome back to the show. A guy who was pretty much the Sean Spence to my Burton Guster, a guy who I have history with. We used to run crazy all over the streets of Fort Lauderdale. Everybody, welcome to the show, Bobby Stryker. How you doing again today, man?
Doing great.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Hey, these meetings remind us of our old days, man, where we used to hit the club and leave till like 3, 4 in the morning and stuff, just wilding out. Ah, jeez. Ooh, man, the good old times, man. But yeah, hey, so WrestleMania night one or WrestleMania Saturday last night, man. Bro, tell me, man, what was your reaction, bro? Like
Um,
honestly,
I thought it was pretty
I'm gonna let you
solid.
go ahead.
Most of the matches are pretty solid.
Yeah, most of them were to me. I'll say this right now: WrestleMania Saturday or WrestleMania Night One was better than last year's own. Last year's own just felt like just
It's
so
just like
manufactured.
episode of Raw or something. It wasn't like that special.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't care for WrestleMania Night One last year, except for Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus see, I think Brock, was it Brock Lesnar? No. Seth Rollins
Roman
versus what was
Reigns,
it?
Roman Reigns, CM Punk.
Oh, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Sorry, my bad, y'all. I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, I looked at it. I was like, yo, like this is way better. Like I like this. The vibe was good. You know, um, man, bro. So did all your predictions? Bro, how about that Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Bakir match, yo?
Yeah, I did. I just gotta say one thing: Livermore's entrance. Oh my god.
Yo, she was bro. You know what? I like this for Liv because I always knew from and fun facts. I always knew Liv was going to be something, and I'm not talking about Judgment Day Liv. I'm not talking about Liv Morgan that just started on the main roster. I'm talking about NXT Liv Morgan. When I first saw her, I was like, she reminded me of Carmelo's Carmela Carmela's little sister. Like the whole vibe she gave and everything, the
Yeah,
the way they both dressed and everything. And
just a better, just a
I
better
always
version.
thought,
Of
yeah, I always thought they would have made a great tag team, like an urban, like a great urban female tag team. They got the sneaker game going crazy, and they just got that vibe, man. And you know something, Bobby, you know this. You're Italian, and Italian girls, man. I think Carmela's Italian too. They got that vibe about them. It's just like, yo, I'm probably gonna, I'm probably gonna get canceled. I'm probably gonna get canceled for this. I don't mean this, but I've always questioned: Are Italians really white? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, is there something about y'all? You know, I swear I'm not racist, y'all. I am not racist. You see, this guy is like one of my closest friends. Like we hung out like if anybody is singing rock, it's probably me, and he's probably singing like. You remember we put on Keith Urban? I used to sing that thing like word for word.
yeah,
Come on, bro. How many black people do that, man?
not
Come
many.
on.
Maybe
But
you, Kane Brown. That's about it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like, how many do you know? You know personally would sing "Tonight I Want to Cry" or um, what was the other one? You'll think of me.
Yeah,
How many black people do you know? You know personally would do that.
Just
Not a
you.
lot.
Just
Yeah, come on. But yeah, and that's good music. But yeah, man, it's just something about yeah, man, the Italians, man. Y'all got that vibe, man. But Liv Morgan, that entrance was crazy. I was like, yo, I would say like that was like the best, one of the best ones of the night. And the reason why I say one of the best ones was Cody Rhodes had that entrance too, and I was like, yo,
I know you. I knew you like that. I was thinking about you when that came on.
yeah, I was like,
Cody, young Cody.
oh yeah. And then I think you had who else? Um, well, the Irresistible Forces did their thing with Demolition. That was a crazy throwback. I was like, yo. And then they showed Demolition watching on. Oh,
Hmm.
by the way, fun fact. Speaking of which, back to Cody. Ted DiBiase Jr. was apparently in the crowd that night. So
They mentioned him, but they didn't show him.
yeah, I really hope he makes a return, man. Like this is just too good for him not to be involved in some way, man.
And Paige came back like you said she would. Well,
He- so that was bittersweet for me because yes, I'm glad she came back. If
but
you
you didn't
ask me,
want this. You didn't think they needed to hold titles into you. It should have been. It should have been the Bellas.
yeah, it should have been the Bella Twins, man. Like I said, both of them worked hard. I wanted that for them, but of course, Bree, Nikki was like she didn't want to take away Bree's moment. But I'm glad I mean, congrats to them. I honestly speaking, and Kathy Knight's probably gonna get offended by me, but y'all don't take this to heart. I don't really care for that tag team. I mean, once again,
Well,
I
Kathy's
don't.
probably happy Becky won.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she has.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, that was another great entrance too, man. Oh man, Becky, both of them. Becky Lynch having her live band there, singing her entrance theme.
and 8-year-old little kids.
Yeah, like bro, that was wild. That was crazy, man. Um, but yeah, but overall, it was a great, dude. Braun Breaker hitting that spear on Seth Rollins
Yeah, I didn't like that match.
twice.
I didn't like that match.
You're right. I did
I thought Seth Rollins should have won that match. Like, where is
right,
he? Where is this story's gonna go?
right. I didn't care for that match either, but the ending is what I liked.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't care about the rest of the match. Don't get me wrong. Gunther's a great guy. To me, he adds legitimacy to any title he holds. But I just did not care about this match. It was like I think it was just something they wanted to give just something for Gunther
Well,
to
I think it was
to do.
originally supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker got injured, so they couldn't change it last minute. So that's why I didn't do that.
Yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, did yeah, and then you had oh, dude, highlight the Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision and ISO Speed.
That was more comedy than a match.
Ooh.
I
I'm
show
like,
Speed getting his ass kicked and then him doing the splash onto Logan Paul on the table.
yeah.
It was like streamers fighting each other.
Logan Paul was going to put him through a table, but then the Usos had to change their heart. They were going to leave him alone. They were going to leave ISO Speed alone. But then they came through, and then they put, they helped, they beat down Logan Paul, put him on the table, and ISO Speed did that splash off the top. I'm going to say this right now: WWE 2K27 better have ISO Speed as a downloadable character. The guy is great. And I don't want y'all haters out there saying, "Oh, but he didn't pay his dues. What is he? He didn't belong in wrestling." Just because somebody didn't spend 100 years in on the indie circuit doesn't mean they're not deserving of a chance.
Well, yeah, look at
At
this.
WWE.
What about Jelly Roll? This guy he's signed to WWE now.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too. I'm cool. Hey, listen, I could tell you right now, these people, because the average wrestling fan's mindset is if you didn't start in the indies, you don't deserve it. That's a lot of them. If you want, or the ones that for the ones that are like hardcore, not the casual WWE fans, because they don't. Most of them don't watch the indies, but most of them are like, oh, but they don't know what the indies is like, and they don't deserve this. I'm like, but let one of them have either a great athletic background, and they get contacted by Triple H or the powers that be that run WWE, or let one of them like, and they try it with Cody and Charlotte too. Let one of them have a famous father or a famous mother who was really good at wrestling and has opened that door for them to go through. And I bet you, I'll bet, you know what? I'm not a rich man, but I'll bet a whole Chick-fil-A deluxe meal that for those that like Chick-fil-A deluxe, or some other kind of food, or a Subway sandwich or something. I don't know, I'm brainstorming here, right? I bet you that they would actually walk through that door. The people that are saying, "Oh, they're a nepo baby. Oh, they're just there because they're," let that door open for them, and they have to skip the indies, and I guarantee you, they would walk right through it. So, I'm cool with Ice Show Speed. I'm cool with Jelly Roll. I like this. I enjoy it. If they got signed, I'm cool with it too. Hey, the Miz started out that way too. I think. I mean, he got signed what way back when. And he didn't really do the indies. And look
And
at him now.
Paul, the guy
So
was a super recent now a full time wrestler.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, man. So anyways, that was night one. Oh, and I cannot forget this. Congratulations to the EST Bianca Belair and her husband, former WWE Tag Team Champion Montez Ford, on the announcement of um
The
on the
baby.
pregnancy announcement. They're expecting, for those that don't know, that didn't catch it last night, but most of you should know by now. They're expecting their first child together. Congratulations.
Jimmy
Um,
and Naomi too, right?
beg your pardon?
Jimmy and Naomi too, right?
I didn't get that.
Is it Jimmy and Naomi having a baby too?
Yeah, they have one. They have one on the way as well too. So
Yeah.
you know, people are like, we're not going to see the EST for a while, but she deserves it, man. I mean, I don't think women should put their family plans on hold for a wrestling career. I think that they should just, and I like this now because back in the day they a lot of them couldn't do that,
Yeah.
but now it's like, they're getting that chance, and you know, um, yeah,
Yeah, Becky
they're
did it.
yeah, this is great for them. I like that. I mean, we're not going to see the EST for a while, but hey, get your family started, man. And I'm gonna say this right now: if for some reason Naomi and Bianca were to like be like, okay, you know what, this is a career. We can't be away from our kids. We really miss them. We're gonna retire. I'd be cool with that too. I'd be
That's
that.
why Carmella retired because of that. Remember?
Yeah, and I'm cool with that. I mean, I was never a Carmella fan, but well, she hasn't really retired. She hasn't really retired. She just had a baby. Then she had a second one, and WB cut her, and then now she's just, I guess she's just looking after her kids. But if she were to publicly come out and say, "Hey, I'm done," if Naomi, if Bianca were to say the same thing, I'd be like, "Hey, you know what? Thank you for all the matches and memories you gave us. We really appreciate it. And that's it.
Yeah.
You know,
Take
we'll
care of
see
your
you,
personal life first.
we'll see you at the next, the either being inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, or at the next convention." And speaking of conventions, I might just speak on some stuff afterwards, because some of y'all wrestling fans, y'all been acting kind of crazy, but I'm gonna say a brief thing here. Y'all might get a longer video when we're done with this episode. But all right, so night two, man. Bobby, how excited are you for night two, bro? On a scale of like 1 to 10, one being I don't care, 10 being let's go.
Um, let's go. I don't know yet. There are some matches that I really like to see. I would like probably like the Broncos over me, or seem to go at it. And I really want to see CM Punk and Roman Reigns because them two had some great promos together, and I feel it's going to be a good match. It's Roman out. I don't know what them two are like at each other's throats right now. So
Right, right, right. So with yeah, I honestly I'm all the way number 10. Like, let's go. Let's get it. Let's make it happen.
yeah,
There's only one match I don't really care for in this, but we're gonna get to that real soon. But the rest of them, very interesting. I'll definitely be watching very closely at all these matches. So, with that being said, so for those of you that don't know, we're gonna go over the card. We're gonna go match by match and give our own opinions. For those of you watching at home or wherever you are, you know, feel free to chime in as to who you think's gonna win, what's gonna happen, all that good stuff. You never know. Stuff could happen. I once said, I think Bob, you said Brie Bella was gonna return at the Royal Rumble.
yeah,
And lo and behold, she came back. Kathy, I think a few years ago, once said that Edge was going to return at the no Christian was going to return at the Royal Rumble, and him and Edge were going to reunite, and it happened. So, yeah. So let's see. We have some people actually over in Instagram. So I gotta say something. Instagram. For those of you watching Instagram, so for those of you that actually are going to be giving your opinions, your own predictions as well. Unfortunately, Instagram does not let us highlight your comments. If you're on YouTube, fine, that's cool. We will highlight them. But if you're on Instagram, we can't highlight it, but we will shout you out and definitely, you know, let the people know what you've been saying. So we have a guy. Wow, Malcolm M. Lit. I don't think I've met you before. If I did, my apologies. We got Barack O'Holiday here. Malcolm has said night one was good. He said facts of something I was saying. He said they've been really working behind the scene. Okay, that's awesome. And he said, yes, Miz was also the first reality star becoming a WWE superstar. Yep, that's facts too. And let's see. Josh has joined us. Josh has said he felt like yesterday's WrestleMania was a rush. Yeah, okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, that's what makes the world great. Different opinions. Long as you're not obnoxious with it. Malcolm said the top three black women are mothers, and you love it. Yes, we love. Yeah, we. I love it too, man. You said he all said Bianca's a Hall of Famer. Yep, that's facts too. Definitely a Hall of Famer. Um, Josh, aka MVP. Well, Josh said he saw two bad stuff happening at the convention. Yeah. Oh, Josh, don't worry. I'm gonna speak on that real soon because that right there really upset me. And it's those people that actually ruin it for people like me that have a media platform, because now I'm gonna get lumped into them as and wrestling fans, we already get a bad rep, but they're gonna probably lump me in as another creep as well too, which, and I'm not like that. I'm a very respectful person. So, okay, let's see here. Um, Greatest build up in WrestleMania history. Okay, not Malcolm said that. Josh said you hope night two is better. Better. Yeah, I think it'll be better. I think it's going to be good. Well, in my opinion, I was cool with night one. I think night two is going to be just as good, if not better. But that's just my opinion. And you said night one was good, but it felt rushed. Yeah, like I said, the only match I didn't care for was Gunther versus Seth Rollins. There was no build up behind that. I think that was just something to give something for both men to do. But yeah, Yeah, okay, Josh. Okay, before I go into night two, um, I'm not comparing myself. Yeah, I know I'm respectful, but the thing is, so I'm gonna give y'all some. I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna pull back the curtain real quick, okay? And I'm and right when it comes to male wrestlers, I have no problem. All right. When it comes to male wrestlers, I have no problem having them, getting them to be on the show for the most part. Like 99% of the time, they'll be like, yes, let's do it, right? Now, with the females, now, it's kind of hard because not only do you have these creeps that do stuff, not just in person, but also the ones online that want to send us explicit pics, they want to send disgusting messages. And it's like, now they're going to think that the rest of us respectful podcasters who actually take this seriously, like, bro, come on, I actually have a business card that I give to people. I don't know if y'all could see it, but that's how serious I take this. And then when people like that do stuff like that, now it's like one bad apple spoils a bunch. So this is why I and it's not even a case of okay, they're ruining opportunities for me and others, but it's a fact that that's a female, bro. Like the one guy that picked a fight with Vito because he's a tough guy, and the other one that wanted to do that touched Elena Black, inappropriately. Like, bro, these are human beings, man. Like, what the hell, yo? Like, I don't get it. Like, jeez. But anyways, I'm gonna touch. This is about WrestleMania Night 2. I'm gonna touch on that topic like either after we're done here or probably on another video because on a video on Instagram because that's ridiculous. But yeah, WrestleMania Night 2. Here we go. So, like I said, those of you listening and watching, feel free to give your opinions, and we will definitely either highlight them, depending on what database you're on, or we'll shout them out. For those of you watching on Twitter, for some reason, we're having an issue with our Twitter account. It was it was hacked. We're trying to get it back, but for now, I say this: if you're watching on, if you can watch this on YouTube, watch this on YouTube or Instagram. Twitter is like kind of you know dead right now for us. All right, so with that being said, here it is, WrestleMania Night 2. All right, so the first match we have is a singles match, and it's going to be one that many fans are looking forward to. And I'm talking about the Ruler, Obafemi, versus the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Bobby, who you got for this one, man?
From what I've seen, I would say Brock Lesnar, but just go over Femi.
No, I'm laughing because it would be funny if Brock Lesnar actually won and the crowd went all ape shit like,
They're trying to
yo,
they're trying to push. He's gonna definitely win.
I would laugh if Brock Lesnar wins this, yo. I would, yo. Y'all keep playing with Brock. Y'all keep playing with Brock. Um, oh man, as much as I would like to see Oba win because Brock Lesnar's never really been dominated in a WrestleMania match. I'm gonna be brave and say, um, I'm gonna be brave and say that Brock Lesnar's gonna get this win. I
Really?
got a gut feeling. I got a gut feeling. They've been making him. He's been looking weak, and we all know that's not Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's
I think this is the case of
he's definitely the underdog this time.
I think this is the case of Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy. I think that Brock is going to pull it off. So Josh said, he's hyped for Oba versus Brock. He feels like Oba is going over. Okay, and Malcolm said he have $100 on Oba. Oh, big. Okay, baller. All right, I see it. And Josh said, okay, if he wins, it's cool. Is going to let the story longer. Brock Lesnar, I get what he's talking about. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool too. But yeah, I'm gonna go at Brock. I got a feeling Brock's gonna pull it off. It's gonna be by the skin of his teeth though. It's going by he's gonna get thrown around. All right. Malcolm said Brock is going to win because Brock beat five black people. Okay. Yeah, you know, you're kind of right. Um, funny thing, last night when Jacob Fatu was whooping Drew McIntyre, there was a guy behind me, and he wasn't even black. All right, I don't think he was black. He looked like he was probably like Hispanic, but he was like, "Yeah, yeah, do it, Jacob, for the culture." When he was whooping Drew McIntyre, I looked back at him like, and
That's
he
the
wasn't even
point.
Polynesian. I don't think he was Polynesian, but I'm like, yo, bro. I was about to go and say, "Hey, bro, you invited to my cookout, man. Just for you can get a plate just for that." But yeah, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody said the same thing tonight. Or today. Yeah. Oh, but do it for the culture, you know.
Do it
But
for that.
yeah. But yeah. So all right. So yeah. So you got Obafemi. I'm going Brock. Okay. All right. So the next match we have. This is crazy because okay, I don't really care for this match, even though it's a 6-pack ladder match. But yeah, it's a 6-pack. The next match you have is a 6-pack ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship, and it's going to be the defending champion Penta versus Javon Evans, the man who likes to keep it bouncy, versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio. As a matter of fact, I actually got to meet Javon Evans 2 days ago at WrestleCon, not WrestleCon, WrestleLit. By the way, WrestleLit, I guess you could say, is the new thing to go to now. You know, you had Wally Mania, but now WrestleLit. A lot of people pulled up there. I got to meet several wrestlers from AEW and WWE and the Indies, and you know, it was a great vibe. Whenever WrestleMania goes to your city, make sure you check out WrestleLit. It's definitely a great vibe. But yeah, you know, all three of these, all three of these men, all six of these men, Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio are great. I know this is going to be an action-packed match, but I just really don't care for this. Is like Gunther versus Gunther versus Seth Rollins last night. Just really don't care for it. But then again, that's just me. Um, Bobby, who you got for this one, man?
Like you said, I don't care
Or
for it. I
or
would
better
like.
yet, what do you think about this match? I want to get your opinion.
I think it might be good because all the guys will have fires pretty much, so it
Mm,
might be entertaining in that way. But I really don't care for any of the guys in particular. Rey Mysterio, like he's great, but he's kind of older now. He can still do it, but he's not what he used to be. Penta, I never cared for in EWR now. Javon Evans, I don't care for. Dragon Lee, I don't know. I don't know about him. He's just what he is. And Jamie McDonough, I don't care for either. But the only guy I like in that match, honestly, is Rusev. I think he's gonna win too.
okay, okay.
I always like Rusev. Even with Lana when he first came.
Rusev Machka. I always thought I always like Rusev. Rusev just the only thing I didn't like was when they tried to do that whole thing with his wife cheating on him with Bobby Lashley, and they made him look like, I'm not gonna say the word, but the C word. If you know, you know. And I'm like, and the reason I'm not gonna say it is because I don't want YouTube to be like, oh, you said that, so you're shadow banned. The next thing you know, we got issues. We're down another base, not another base, another platform. So
Wish Rusev could
yeah.
the Redeemer thing like he had in AW. That was his best. Brad.
But I guess this you could say this is like a throwback to the Money in the Bank matches when they'd be on WrestleMania. I guess you
Yeah,
could say this would be kind of like that kind of situation.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
This match could be either. It could be either really bad or really good.
So who do you have for this one?
Rusev.
Okay, okay. I am going to. I'm gonna choose JD McNabb. I'm just kidding. No, let me stop playing. We all know JD Mc. But hey, you never know. He probably could pull it off. You never know. Stranger things have happened in WWE. Oh man, who? You know what? Javon Evans is really good. Great guy in and out of the ring. You got Dragon Lee. You got Rusev. Rey Mysterio. I'm gonna be brave and say Penta's gonna retain. I don't see any of these guys taking it off of him. If not Penta, maybe probably Rusev because he looked strong last time they met. All six competitors met in that ring. But I'm gonna go with Penta retaining.
Remember on SmackDown, Rusev took them all out.
Yeah, that guy is. See, that's the Rusev I want to see again. That's the Rusev we need. We need back. That's the Rusev we need. Yeah. So Josh said he feels like Rey Mysterio may win, but you want Javon to be the youngest champion. Okay. And let's see. Malcolm said it's going to be a classic ladder match. He also said so JD should get just because the Judgment Day need to be separated. Mm,
That's
yeah,
going to be Finn, but we'll get into that.
yeah. Honestly, I would not be against JD winning too. I mean, he's not a talented guy too. He definitely showed himself in when he had the 205 championship. He's not too bad, you know. Um, let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Penta. The next match we have Vicky. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Um, the next match we have is a singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. It's gonna be Jade Cargill, the defending champion, versus the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. Bobby, who you got for this one, man?
I'm going to go with Jade Cargill on this one. I don't think Rhea's had the championship a lot recently. I'm bored of her being champion. Jade just had this thing for a while. And now she has her new baddies, B-Fab and Michin, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to go with Jade for a win.
I really hope they end up winning those tag team championships. Like I said, I don't really care for the team of, and like I said, it's not I don't care for Paige. Paige is one of my favorite wrestlers, but I just don't care for her to be in this tag team. But I get it. It's something for her to do. She just come back. And you don't want to put her in a singles run right away because you don't know how that injury's gonna how it's gonna hold up if it's still a factor. But if I had to choose a tag team outside of what was it, the Irresistible Forces to take these title to take to take the titles off of Brie Bella and Paige, it would be Michin and B Fab. You know, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, for those of you that don't know, Michin is hella talented. I've been a fan of her. I've been a fan of her since 2013, 2012. When I saw her give a super kick to that guy, and when she was wearing high heels and she gave a guy a super kick. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad if the baddies got some gold too, and that'd be great. But honestly, I think Jade Cargill's gonna retain. I think it'd be great to keep her as champion for a bit. Let her be strong. Although Rhea's gonna definitely put up a fight. Rhea's definitely gonna be. She's definitely gonna be that one person Jade Cargill doesn't want to smoke with. So yeah, I'm going with Jade Cargill to retain. All right. So let's see. So Malcolm said Jada's winning because she's the top black woman in the company. Josh said he's going for mommy, Rhea Ripley. And Malcolm also said they might do the Bianca Belair schedule for Jada. Yeah, they just might. You never know.
That's a long ride from now, though.
Yes, it's definitely a long time. It's going to be at least. I'd say like a year. Like it's definitely going to be at least like I'd say because I don't know how. Like I said, I'm not a parent. I'm not a father. I would
Maybe
probably say it might be like,
next WrestleMania, maybe.
I would say it's going to be at least 15 months.
Yeah, at
That's what I
least.
think it's going to be.
Yeah, next WrestleMania at earliest.
Yeah. Because you got to remember, too, this is a mother. It's not a father where, okay, if it was Montez Ford, if it was like, Montez Ford, he could always go back to work. I mean,
Needs to
he's,
the baby
yeah.
when she's born.
But when it's a female, it's like, it's kind of different. That's just my thinking. I mean,
She needs to get back in shape. Needs to take care of the baby for a little while.
yeah.
Leave.
So I read somewhere on the internet that it takes 6 weeks for a woman to be cleared after she's done giving birth. That's what I read. I don't know, ladies. If y'all want to chime in, you can chime in. Like I said, I'm not a father. I don't know, but that's just what I read. But somebody said 6 weeks. So if she were to start working out immediately after 6 weeks, yeah. Diamond Glow, thanks for joining us. Diamond Glow, uh, come on, man. We got to get you on the show, man. We've been trying to get you on for a hot minute. We want to talk about some wrestling with you, man. But anyways, all right. So let's see here. Uh, and Malcolm said they need a 2-year buildup for Jaden Bianca. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now that Jaden Bianca. I'm gonna tell you that Jaden Bianca Belair match is gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a buildup, and it's gonna be crazy. That's one of the matches that's gonna feed families. Another one that's gonna feed families. Jade Cargill versus Lash Legend. I'm telling y'all. Y'all listen to me. When them two get into I keep telling people, the Lash Legend is Jade Cargill. If she had signed with WWE from the inception, because she tried out for WWE before AEW, she tried out for WWE, and they were going to give her a contract apparently, but she turned it down because she has a child. She didn't want to leave her child alone, so she went to AEW because apparently apparently because they had a lighter schedule and she'd get to be with her family more, right? But if she had signed with WWE from the inception, she would have been in NXT doing the training and everything, and she, would have been like Lash Legend. And Lash Legend, and the reason why I say they're both similar is because they're both, they're somewhat similar because they both have an athletic background in basketball. So that's how I see it. So, um, Diamond Glow, you said you're off Saturday, Sunday. I'm serious. If you're off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, let's do it. Let's do Friday. I'm off Fridays. We could do Fridays. I'll DM you after this and we'll make that happen. But okay, so all right. So Malcolm said WrestleMania event for night two. WrestleMania main event for night two. What, Bianca and Jade? Yeah, that would be great. I would like for them to close that out. Josh said he's still waiting for Jacob Fatu versus Bromberger. Josh, we're all waiting for that match, man. We're waiting for that match. They've only had a showdown, but we're waiting for that. And I think Bromberger gonna learn about the Fatu Anawai family because trust me, that's not a family you want to smoke with. Um, Diamond Glow said she's ready for tonight. Team Roman all day. Okay. You acknowledge that he's your tribal chief. All right. So, all right. So, and Saul, thank you for joining us. So we have the next match we have. I'm really disappointed in one of these competitors because he doesn't need to be here. And I'm talking about the singles match for WWE United States Championship. It's the defending champion Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. Bobby, what's your opinion on this, man? Like, me personally, I don't think Sami Zayn should be holding this championship. He needs to be a world title contender, but it's something for him to do.
Well, right now, it's Cody's. These WWE loves Cody. So it could
Right.
be championship. Sammy, I think he's going to turn heel. Honestly, in this match, we're going to see it. Uh, I think Trick is really talented from where he came from. But I'm gonna actually be brave and say that Trick Williams is gonna beat Sami Zayn tonight.
Okay. I think he's gonna do it too. But you know who's gonna come back for that title? You know
Carmelo
who's
Hayes.
gonna come back? Yeah, Carmelo Hayes. My boy want his title back. He wants his title back. And
Oh, might come out and help Trick win. You don't never know.
yeah, yeah, that or he might help Sami Zayn win because remember he's the reason Trick Williams is the reason Sami Zayn has that title. So Carmelo might want to get his get back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know.
I wouldn't mind seeing Trick Miller game reunite. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If so, I'm gonna go with Trick Williams winning. Right? If Sami Zayn becomes a heel, we need a Sami Zayn Money in the Bank win.
And you go after Cody and take Cody's title.
Exactly. We need that to happen like ASAP. No Rocky. It should have been done a couple of years ago. Sami Zayn has what it takes to be that guy. We need a Sami Zayn Money in the Bank win. When he cashes in, I don't know. Hopefully, it's the same night. Cody, and like I said, Cody's one of my favorites, but I want Sami Zayn to get this because
Who
Sami
was
Zayn.
Sami Zayn? Yeah, I remember you. Who talked to him like he was talking down? Was it Cody?
Big pardon?
Was it Cody that was talking to Sami Zayn like a few weeks ago?
Yeah, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Remember, Randy Orton said it's okay to be selfish every once in a while. It's okay to want something for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And he also kicked Super that he Kalu kid Judgment, which I say all that talking they were talking down to him and him hitting the gingerbread last week Friday
yo,
becoming a heel.
I'm not even obviously I'm not a red well I'm not a redhead. I'm obviously black, but I mean I'm not gonna say the G word because I don't know if that's offensive, but I'm not a redheaded dude. And I was offended by that. I'm like, yo, bro, the violation, yo. Like, sheesh. Man. That looks like some Vince McMahon booking right there, though. I got a feeling. But then I don't know. That could be Triple H, because remember, Triple H is another Joker too, you know.
I'm not mind Kevin Owens coming helping Sammy win. I won't mind that either.
Oh, I told somebody this there was a lady on the bus. I was taking the bus back to my hotel, and I was telling this lady she had a KO shirt on. I'm like, I'm waiting for that guy to come back. When he comes back, I want Trick to try what he did with Sami Zayn with KO, because KO, ooh, KO is that jerk of a friend that you don't want to deal with. He has no chill. I know KO would put not Sami Zayn, Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes through it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Trick Williams winning. Okay, so Josh said twice, bro, a showdown with the Steiners and they had a showdown twice. Malcolm said Steiner versus Fatu from WrestleMania 9 go a long way. Yep. That was the first WrestleMania in Las Vegas, Caesar's Palace. And apparently people say that was the worst one too. It wasn't that bad. Um Josh, you said you feel like Sami Zayn holding you feel like Sami Zayn is holding, but you want Trick. Yeah, okay. So you want Trick to win. Malcolm says Trick is Booker T. If he could do a good spinneroonie, yeah, then he got it. Um, Josh said that's a family war between the Fatus and the Steiners. And Malcolm, you said um, Sami Zayn needs to win Money in the Bank and turn heel. Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Okay, so the next match we have Ramazan. We got two more matches. This match, woo, singles match. The Demon Finn Balor, not regular Finn Balor, not Finn Balor in street clothes. The Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. Bobby, we got for this one, man.
I'm gonna say the Demon. The man has never lost besides that one time against Roman, but the Demon can't be stopped. Dominic Mysterio, he worked his way up, but I think Finn Balor wants his revenge tonight. So what they did to him. So I'm going with the Demon, and I'm going to say the Demon always has epic entrance whenever he comes in. Always has a good entrance every time.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right.
Every time. Huh.
I gotta make sure I get that entrance, man, because last night I kind of messed up my phone. I went to Allegiant Stadium with 60% on my phone, and that this is something I'm gonna tell y'all, folks. When you go to WrestleMania, I know a lot of y'all be recording, y'all record, your video clips and whatnot. There, make sure that when you go there, you have your phone is at 100%, and also make sure you have a battery pack. That was a mistake, a rookie mistake I made. I went there with 60%, and then by the time I went right when Bianca Belair was announcing her pregnancy, my phone cut off, like in the middle of it. I'm like, and of course I couldn't get it back. So I'm like, damn it, I just missed a good time. So I just missed a great moment for WrestleMania. So this time I'm definitely going to be watching. Thanks for reminding me about that. I'm definitely going to try to capture that entrance there as well when I go there. But yeah, Bobby. So who you got for this one?
Finn Balor, the Demon.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Demon Finn Balor. But yo, wouldn't it be crazy if Danhausen got involved with this? We haven't seen him yet. But wouldn't it be crazy if he got involved and he's
I don't think I don't think we're going to see. I don't think he's there honestly.
or Danhausen was like he goes to the Demon and like, hey,
I never cared for Dan House. I don't like him then. I don't like him now. His character is just not doesn't do it for me.
well, I mean, everybody's not gonna be a big world champion. I mean, he's there for comedy relief.
Yeah, but
And
he isn't funny to me. I don't like it. You're cursed. That's all he says. Like they
it'll be
need to
funny.
give him a better gimmick. Change his AW. They're just rehashing what he did in AW.
Okay, let's do this. Well, first of all, it'd be funny if he actually went to the demon and was like, "You are cursed," and demon was like, "I'm already a demon. I am cursed. You can't double curse me." If the demon talks, but wouldn't it be crazy if somehow there was some match involving the Hardys on the Hardy compound, and Danhausen ends up getting thrown into the lake of reinvention, and instead of him cursing people, he blesses people, and he's like, "You are blessed," and he blesses that one person that can't win a
Yeah,
match
but
for the night.
that would be more of a TNA skit though.
I think it would work in WWE. It would be
But the
it
Hardys
would be
aren't going to get
something.
the WWE again. You know that ain't going to happen.
Suits,
They're
yeah,
almost 50. You know they're going to retire soon.
yeah. Um,
Like we're up in the 40s, but still they're almost 50. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy's 50, and Jeff Hardy's about 49.
Yeah, but they can still go. Wrestling. If you can still go, you can still go.
Yeah,
Me, if I was a wrestler by 45, I'm done. I'm
like
not going through that.
Jericho, that guy's almost 60, still wrestling.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's definitely amazing. I'm gonna go with Demon Finn Balor to win this. So Dominic, he's gonna have to do 100. He's gonna have to do lie, cheat, and steal on 100. He's gonna have to summon whatever Rey Mysterio taught him because the demon. Not a lot of people. Although Samoa Joe. Only three people that have beaten the demon in WWE: Samoa Joe, Edge, and Roman Reigns.
They beat the Demon.
But yeah, Samoa Joe beat the demon in a ladder match for the NXT Championship,
Oh, NXT. Okay.
and yeah, and Roman Reigns beat him at a pay per view. I think it was back in September. I forgot what the pay per view's name was. That was stupid, by the way, because the cameraman. They said the cameraman cut the rope, and the demon fell. That's how the demon ended up falling, and then Roman hit him with a spear. And that
Well,
they
that
should
was
have
during the pandemic. The pandemic. They did a lot of movie like CGI moments for those, like with the Undertaker Boneyard match and all that nonsense they did.
yeah, that was stupid. They should have just had Roman win the match like naturally, cleanly,
Yeah, clean.
you know. And then he
Even
had
though
that,
he was champion, he never won cleanly, but still.
yeah. And then he had that steel cage match, that no holds barred steel cage match against Edge. That the demon lost, demon lost that one too. So
I don't remember that match, but
yeah, yeah, that was back in like 2020, 2020. No, no, that was 2020. Was it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even remember them having a match, so it must have been not
yeah.
memorable.
This was when Edge had left WrestleMania, and he ended up no, this is when Edge had returned, and yeah, I think it was. I think it was at WrestleMania 37. For those y'all watching, refresh my. Oh, it was 2023. Really? I could have sworn that was in 2021.
So it must have been Judgment Day Edge then at that time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
My
I
mind.
remember because him and Finn were fighting, and after he beat Finn, Finn joined Judgment Day the next night.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I remember now.
Yeah, but all I know is the demon lost twice. Um, the demon lost twice. The last. Oh yeah. Josh, thanks for that. By the way, yeah, it was a Hell in a Cell match. Correction, Josh. Thanks. Um, it was a Hell in a Cell match, and yes, WrestleMania 39. Edge defeated the Demon Finn Balor by pinfall. Yeah, so that was the last time we saw the Demon. But this time, I don't think Dominic's gonna be lucky. I think he's gonna get his ass whooped. All right, so let's see the comment section. Malcolm, he said you show the Demon at WrestleMania 35. That entrance was so full. Yeah, that definitely was. Josh, you said as much as you're a Dominic fan, Demon King Finn needs to win. You hate the fact that they ruined him twice. First with Roman and then the second one. Yeah, you're right. I hate that too. The Demon's supposed to be unbeatable, man. And yeah, he needs to win this one. And you wish we still had that. Okay, you say you wish we had the Fiend versus Demon King Finn. It, yeah, it was. It was definitely long overdue. That would have been a bomb ass match. I would have been all for that. Okay. And okay. All right. Sani, thanks for joining us as well too. Or Sandra, thank you for joining us. So all right, so the next match we have, the last match we have, the main event of WrestleMania Night 2. It's going to be a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be the defending champion, the best in the world, CM Punk versus the OTC, the original tribal chief. Make sure you acknowledge him, Roman Reigns. Now, the speculation, not speculation, the stipulation of this match is if Roman Reigns loses, he will leave WWE. That's right. No more this. No more acknowledge me. No more tribal chief. If he loses, he is gone. Probably gonna go to TNA. No, not TNA, AEW. Huh, psych. Not gonna happen. But yeah, Bobby, what's your opinion on this match, man?
I was never a CM Punk fan. Um, not that I don't like CM Punk, I just think he's overrated, honestly, in my opinion. But I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns in this one. Especially if he is the tribal chief Roman Reigns, CM Punk better watch out. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Roman, I think, is gonna take this. I did be good, a long, good fight, but I think Roman's gonna take it to CM Punk tonight and take the champion.
Honestly, I don't see Roman Reigns leaving WWE, although Roman is more of a part timer these days. And it's not a bad thing. He's earned it. But if Roman wins, we're probably going to get like how he was with Brock Lesnar back in 2018 or 27. Well, like how it was in like 2018, 2017, where no, how it was in 2015 when he won the championship and he just, defended it every couple months and so on. That's why I think that if Roman wins, I don't. But I would. But if he's there every month, I'm cool with that. He doesn't need to be on every single
Raw.
episode. But if he depends every month, that's cool. Or every 2 months, that's cool. You know. But I don't see Roman losing. I don't see Roman leaving WWE. You know.
Yeah.
Um.
They just got rid of AJ Styles and John Cena,
Yeah. I don't
Got,
see him. So
got,
I'm. Sorry, you're gonna say something. You're gonna say something?
yeah, I was gonna say that losing John Cena, AJ Styles, and then Roman Reigns, that's like cutting three of the top guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns winning. I'm gonna be brave and say he's gonna win this.
I don't
He's
think that's brave. I think he has overhand CM Punk right now.
what'd you say?
I think he's the favorite right now. I think more
Yeah,
people want Roman than CM Punk.
yeah, yeah. Although if CM Punk were to retain somehow, I wouldn't be against it. He's pretty good on him. He's still great on the mic. Um, still does his thing in the ring. People say, "Oh, CM Punk, he doesn't have it anymore." I think he still got it. But
I would say if AJ was still champion than him, but she lost too. So
hey, you got me, yo. If CM Punk loses tonight, that's gonna be a silent car ride, plane ride home, bro. I'm sorry, I gotta call a spade a spade. If
both
both of them
losing.
lose, that's gonna be one silent plane ride home, man.
Chicago.
Shoots, damn. They're probably gonna stay inside for a couple weeks. You know,
I think this match be bloody though. I'm telling you, there's gonna be some bloodshed tonight, like there was with the Cody match.
Oh shucks, bro! I just realized something. If Roman wins, we could pot this. There are so many possible matches we can get. We can get Roman Reigns versus. We get Roman Reigns versus CM Punk too. We can get Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, which we've never really had much of. We can get Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. That would be crazy.
Bronson Reed.
The Tribal Chief versus the Tribal Thief. Wow, that's cool, man. Yeah, yeah. That would definitely be they're definitely not great matches there to see.
Roman versus Obafemi.
Woo! Roman
That would
versus
be
Gunther.
that would be something I'd like to see.
Roman versus Gunther. We haven't had that yet.
Yeah,
The Ring General versus the Tribal Chief. That would be awesome. That'd be cool.
and he could
But
fight
yeah.
Brock again. Who knows? Brock could even come back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. But yeah, man. Yeah. But
You know, what I
but
think the match they should add it to this card. They should have. They're going to eventually Kai versus Oscar.
great minds think alike. I was saying the same thing. I don't know why just even up the matches. Even up.
That
You
could have
know,
been a match, right? And like that, but
yeah.
that it even has a storyline building up because you know it's going to happen. But when they
But
should for
you never
WrestleMania,
you never know.
they're probably
Wrestling
going
has
to save it for SummerSlam. It's going to happen. I see it happening. It
but
could
one
be a
of the
triple threat match between all three of them. You know,
yeah. But hey, one of the rules is, card is subject to change. So you never know. We probably
could
could
be a
get it tonight.
surprise match. But you don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, this look like a great night, another great night, and I'm looking forward to it. But with that being said, that's the card.
Did
For
they
those of
say
you
the
that
first match is Oba and Brock?
if what? Yeah,
The first
so from what
match.
I'm seeing, the first match is Oba and Brock.
Yeah,
That's the first match.
I
So
thought that would have been like a main event or something besides Cody and Roman.
yeah, yeah.
But I
So
want to kick it off with a banger.
oh yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see what we're gonna see. I'm definitely looking forward to tonight to see what they're gonna do.
I'm gonna the entrance tonight, even though it hasn't happened yet to Finn Balor. I know it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. But yeah, so that's the card. That's the Josh asked. Okay, so Josh said the sad part is Finn was supposed to win but Vince called last minute for Edge to win. Yeah, yeah. Vince is gonna Vince. Um, but he's no longer with WWE. It is what it is. Josh said he wants Roman to win, but he wants CM Punk to win to have him face versus Rollins or Breaker. We haven't gotten that CM Punk versus Rollins match yet. We've only got the Money in the Bank catching, but we haven't gotten them one on one. Hopefully, we get it soon. Yeah, I'm down for that too. Uh, and y'all, he also said, Josh, you also asked why the cards are shorter for both nights, at least at 3-1 matches. So I think the thing with that is that they're trying to give more time to the wrestlers That's just my theory. Because you gotta remember, to the more matches you add, the less time for people to get the work and less time for people to perform. So I think what they're doing now is, they're just shortening the cards. Having, WrestleMania, we got lucky. We got 7 matches. Normally, most cards are like 4 or 5 matches, and that's it. So I think that's really what they're doing right now. They want to, focus not just on entertainment, but also on performance. So that's why I think they're doing like these, 6 or 7 match cards now for WrestleMania.
I
Personally,
want to add something to that. They should have kept the Andre Battle Royal and Money at the Bank at WrestleMania.
yeah, yeah,
And
true, true. Um, in terms of, if you ask me though, and you said TKO is being greedy. I mean, look, here's the thing I'm gonna say with WWE. They are a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar company. They're gonna do what they feel is best for business, right? However, what we as fans need to do is decide, hey, if we like what they're doing, and if we're gonna keep investing our time and money. That's it. And they felt it. I know they felt it because, as a person who actually is in Las Vegas right now, as we speak, right? Um, and purchase a 2-day pass. Last year, I would say that the tickets were more expensive. This year, they were cheaper. I'm in the 200 section. Last year, I was in like the 400s. I think the 400s or 300s, pretty much the nosebleeds. This year, I'm in the 200s. That's the closest to my memory that I've ever gotten in a WrestleMania, to the ring in a WrestleMania event. So, and guess why that is? Because fans were like, "Nope, we're not having it. We're not going. You guys suck. You disrespected New Orleans by announcing it that the next one, this year's WrestleMania, would be in New Orleans, but you decided because you saw dollar signs, you wanted to go back to Las Vegas, and that's why you know." And then, of course, a lot of people aren't happy with them going to Saudi Arabia. So it just goes to show that fans could make or break an event. That's why they're like, they're like, yeah, we're not doing this. But it was a pretty great turnout yesterday. So
yeah, I
yeah,
think Saudi Arabia is a bad decision on their part,
true. But you have to look at it this way. I'm not
especially
being
with the conflict going down there too. So
yeah, but here's the thing, and I'm not defending WWE. They said apparently they signed a contract. It's a 10-year contract that runs through to, I guess 2027, 2028. I think it's a 10-year contract. So they have to honor that. They have to, unless there's a clause that said, hey, this is going on, we can't make it. They have to honor that. So I think that's why they're doing that. Um, the one good thing I would say about WrestleMania this year is that, aside from me having to wait an hour and a half to get a proper Uber home, which now I know how to get back to my hotel with public transportation now. Um, the great thing about WrestleMania this year is it ended at roughly, I'd like say 7 o'clock, 7:15. So the sun was just now going down when we left. The sun was still out. So that means we had the rest of the day to ourselves to go home, chill out, relax. I know y'all in New York that are watching, y'all were loving this. Y'all were like, wait, it's 9 o'clock and they ended? Yo, let's go pregame and hit the club. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you couldn't do that. WrestleMania ended at 12. I mean, unless you're that, you know, WrestleMania ended at 12 on a Sunday, had to go home, get some sleep, go to work the next day. Now it's like earlier. So that's the one good thing about it, especially with TKO taking over. Yeah, and Josh, you said, if it wasn't for Punk opening his mouth, yeah, the tickets would have been. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're definitely right about that. You got a point there. Yeah. So that's the card for WrestleMania Night 2 that we just went over. Um, you know, and I'm gonna touch on something real quick, and I'm gonna say it right here because I know how many people are gonna say on Instagram, but wrestling fans, now that we've got the WrestleMania Night 2 card out of the way, y'all need to act right, especially y'all males. And like I said, it's not all male wrestling fans, but it's always male wrestling fans. So there were two incidents that happened. You know, the one Vito, with Big Vito, and the tough guy construction worker that thought because he worked in construction he could size up a wrestler, and of course Vito pretty much put him on his back, pinned against a table, and he's lucky that two things didn't happen. One, Big Vito started throwing haymakers and beating him down till he was unconscious, and then beating him down more until he felt satisfied. And two, that the other wrestlers didn't jump in and beat his ass as well too. The other one was the guy that decided he was going to touch Cora Jade inappropriately, or Elena Black inappropriately, and think it was going to be all cool. And he did it. I think he did it in front of Casey Navarro. He is lucky. Shout out to Casey Navarro, by the way. I mean, he doesn't know who I am, but I know who Casey Navarro is. I know of Casey Navarro. Shout out to him for having a lot of restraint to actually escort the guy out. Because if that was me, if that was my girlfriend, and somebody did that, I probably would have got charged for assault because I don't play about mine. I don't play. I would have been throwing slaps, haymakers. I probably would have got taken to jail for assault because that kind of thing right there does not fly with me. Fellas, we have to do better as wrestling fans. Okay? These men and women are human beings, right? Go to the wrestling conventions, and I get it. I get it. And you're paying money. But just because you pay money does not mean you forget your manners, does not mean you get to act all crazy and out of pocket. Okay? Go to the conventions, be easy, you know, shake hands, be polite, be respectful. A lot of y'all don't seem to realize this. If you have a certain level of decorum, if you are nice, if you are respectful, you shake hands, right? And you respect boundaries, it'll go a long way for you. It will go a long way for you. If you are just chill and respectful. I've had wrestlers who I'm not gonna name because I'm not gonna clout chase, who have recognized me like, "Hey Remy, what's up? What's going on?" I've had female wrestlers actually give me a hug because they remember me, and they remember that I'm not a disrespectful guy. Okay, I've actually had I've actually had dinner with wrestlers because I'm just a chill, respectful person. Y'all need to do better because y'all, I best believe the shit that y'all did, where you know you touch, you say all this disgusting stuff to the female wrestlers. Y'all wouldn't like it if that was your mother or your sister that somebody did it to.
Yeah, I went to the
So
bar and had drinks with Leah Knox one time.
see, there you go. Y'all need to do better, man. This is not good. And because of what you guys do, now they're gonna think the rest of us are like that too. They're gonna think the rest of us, especially me being a podcaster. Yes, I'm not in the wrestling industry, but still, you know, they're gonna think, oh, you're not in the wrestling industry, then you're a fan. And y'all are just doing the most. Y'all need to chill, man. Y'all need to chill with this behavior. And I'm gonna speak on the women too, because the women, I saw what I never thought it would have been something I had to speak on, but I saw this one woman. I think she got thrown out of the arena. She was actually touching on CM Punk and touching on Cody Rhodes. Two men that are known to be obviously married. Their wives were in the business. She went and touched them appropriately, and the men told them stop. I'm gonna tell you right now, if their wives would have caught a hold of her and whooped her ass, I would have just you know shook my head and be like, hey, that's what you get. You know, but wrestling fans, we need to do better, man. We already have a lot of negatives going against us. First of all, people seeing how we all smell and we don't take showers, I don't ever leave without taking a shower and not having some cologne on. You know, just stop, man. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. I'm just infuriated by what went down, and yeah, this is just not it, man. This is definitely just not it. So, um, and Josh, you said exactly. Most people don't behave when they see a wrestler and females. They need respect. And you said they're giving us they're giving them, yeah, they are, you know, they definitely are, man. They're not gonna stop till one of them ends up, trust me, one of them is either gonna end up in jail or end up with their teeth knocked out. Watch and see. They're gonna do the wrong person one day. But anyways, that was our card for what happened to the two fans. The security told them WWE didn't want them in the building. Oh, I didn't even know about that. I didn't know two fans got told by security that WWE didn't want them in the building. But I'm pretty sure it was something that they did to make WWE kick them out. I am pretty sure that that's what it is. So, because I've been to several events and they never told me nothing. Then again, I don't make a scene of myself. So it's probably something that they did. But yeah, anyways, um, that's the card for WrestleMania Night 2. Bobby, thanks again for sticking with it, for 2 days. I know it wasn't easy, but I appreciate you joining me for these predictions. Josh, Malcolm, Diamond, everybody else that joined on Instagram and YouTube, thank you very much. Really and truly appreciate it. With that being said, Bobby, where can fans find you on social media when they want to, talk wrestling and all that good stuff?
Bobby Stryker 1028 on twitchtv.com and also on same thing on Blue Sky and WFan1028 on Twitter.
Awesome. Make sure you follow him. Follow him. He's a real cool guy. And with that being said, um, it's about that time. My stomach is rumbling, and it's nice outside. That means it's time for me to get some, well, lunch, and head on over to the Allegiant for WrestleMania. But before I partake in those activities, if you want to find me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool things, but I do go to a lot of cool places. I mean, come on, I'm in the 702. You can definitely find me on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at the Remy Blue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue as well. I'm also on Blue Sky at remyblue.bsky.social. But more importantly, our podcast is on social media. We're on Instagram and Blue Sky and Twitter for now at Ringside Society. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group. And we're also on Spotify and Teespring, where you can purchase our official Ringside Society merchandise. We have T-shirts, we have hoodies, we have coffee mugs, we have several designs. Actually, we dropped our big easy living design as well too. That's with the New Orleans colors on our logo, and we have more coming. I'm gonna give y'all a little spoiler alert. We have logos for Chicago, we have logos for Miami, and we have logos for New York. So we're going to be dropping those very, very, very soon. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel where you can see great episodes like this one, like the one we did yesterday for night one, and our interview we had with De La Vega, who is a talented artist, and also Lulu Larena, who's over in Chicago. Shout out to Lulu. I got to see her at Ladies Night Out two nights ago or 3 nights ago. So all those great episodes you can see on YouTube, and to see them, it's really simple. It's not complicated. It's not even pre-algebra. Just go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society. Once you see that really good looking dark blue and light blue yin yang sound with the blue flames on around it, that's where you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live today. Thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it. We strive on being one of the best and realest wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could, should, and would listen to. Malcolm, if you're still there, please, if you want, DM us. We'd like to have you on our 15 minutes of fandom segment where we interview fans. And yeah, to those of you that are going to listen later on, we get a chance. Thank you very much in advance. And those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we would just go away. Well, like myself at Golden Corral, we're not going anywhere for a while. So with that being said, We just want to let everybody know. We see it and we understand everybody and their grandparents and the parents of a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag we are not the same. So with that being said, Bobby, you already know what the deal is. One time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for WWE WrestleMania Night 2. What type of podcast are we?
The Wrestling Fan Podcast.
That's right, with the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. We'll be back next week with another impressive episode, with another impressive guest on another impressive episode. But until then, we have four favors for y'all, just four. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and enjoy wrestling. We out. Peace.